There's something interesting about locations in and around the city of Myrtle Beach. A lot of people refer to places as Myrtle Beach that aren't. Now, some locals actually get a little upset when you refer to a place that's not in the city of Myrtle Beach. So here we have a map. This is very accurate, the city of Myrtle Beach limits. Now, an example of this is some people will say, hey, we went to Ocean Lakes Campground in Myrtle Beach. Well, that's not the case. You're not in Myrtle Beach, you're actually in Horry County, and the reality is you're closer to the city of Surfside Beach than you are the city of Myrtle. Same goes with some locations in Myrtle's Inlet and the surrounding area. Now, most of these places are just in the county, not in the city. But what we're going to do today is just look at a few examples and, it's just a little bit of information to share. The Myrtle Beach State Park. This has got to be in Myrtle Beach, right? Not so much. Let's zoom in here. This large rectangular piece of land that's green, this is the state park. Now, if we take that map of the city limits and juxtapose what we just saw, you'll notice that this green patch is not in the city of Myrtle Beach. It's actually considered the county. Am I splitting hairs on this? Probably, but guess what? Next up, Myrtle Beach Mall. It's got Myrtle Beach right on the signage, right? It's got to be in Myrtle Beach. Well, this isn't Coastal Grand, if that's what you're thinking. That's in Myrtle Beach. That's good to go. This is Myrtle Beach Mall. This is northward of the city of Myrtle Beach. If we zoom in over here, it's actually in the Briarcliff Acres region of the Grand Strand, not in the city of Myrtle Beach. Come on, computer, work with me. There we go. There it is there. Let me zoom in here. Notice it's called the District because there are some future development plans for this site. Maybe a video on that later. But anyway, back to the city of Myrtle Beach property extents. You'll notice that we are actually pretty far north, Briarcliff Acres, not in the city of Myrtle Beach. Also, with a lot of these locations, I have full videos of them on the channel. Check those out. Thank you. Moving on to the next. A location that is advertised as a Myrtle Beach destination, hand in hand with Broadway at the beach, is Barefoot Landing, which is a great place to go. I recommend it to anyone visiting. But when we look at our map and we zoom in to Barefoot Landing, what do we find out? We're in the neighborhood that's roughly the same as the Myrtle Beach Mall. So Lulu's, which is a great restaurant, and Alligator Adventure. Sorry, Barefoot Landing, but you are not in the city of Myrtle Beach. Now, if you thought I was splitting hairs with the first few, this one's really going to drive you crazy. This one is definitely advertised hard as within the city of Myrtle Beach, but you know what? It's not. Pirates Voyage, formerly known as Dixie Stampede. Now you might say, whoa, man, you're crazy. This is the city. But guess what? There's a little rectangular chunk that the city wraps around, but within this rectangle is not the city of Myrtle Beach. This is Horry County. So like I said, I'm splitting hairs. I'm sure some people are yelling at the screen right now saying I'm an idiot, but that's all good. The fact of the matter is, Pirates Voyage is not in the city of Myrtle Beach. The point that I'm trying to drive home is not everything is in the city of Myrtle Beach, like the Scott Wheel and Ripley's Aquarium and things like that. Things are adjacent, like the Myrtle's Inlet Marsh Walk. I have a video for that. Check it out. Shameless plug again. That's not in Myrtle Beach, but people consider it a Myrtle Beach location. So, again, a lot of this is splitting hairs, and some of you might even think that this is just nonsense, that when you visit here, everything's Myrtle Beach. It doesn't matter what the border of the town or the city is. But nonetheless, it's good information to have. So when you're referring to places around town, name them by their city, name them by their town. That way you get just a little bit more respect from the locals and you don't seem as silly.
Right, stop that. Silly. And a bit suspect, I think.